Everybody, and welcome to 120. Is Europe a big power as European Union or a middle power? Some may think that Europe is, as a continent and as a European Union is very strong. The jury is out. The reality is that Europe is dependent on about 60% of all of its food being imported from overseas. It's cheap gas on Nord Stream, which was nipped, and the jury is still out who's done that. That is gone as well. There are systemic risks in the banking system. Some of it, shockwaves from Silicon Valley Bank across the Atlantic. Some of it Credit Suisse, and then now Deutsche Bank. So there's structural fatigues over there in the banking and leveraged and, the quantitative easing and printing money in a post-COVID era. At the same time, many of the ambitions about the green and all net zero and all of that are being wobbled and, kicked down the lane, such as the removal of the banning of combustion engines by Italy and Germany, which is now pushed to 2035. Not now, 2035. So that shows as well that, hey, importance is stability, and rightly so, but at the same time, this war of attrition that has passed one winter has other elements into it as well, whether it's the nuclear fuel for mini nuclear projects and reactors that have to be built in continental Europe, as much as France is lobbying for them and the others are pushing back, or other precious metals and critical ingredients and metals and raw material that would make the industries and certain sectors such as aluminum, palladium, etc. Are necessary for growth. So Europe has to pause, and Monsieur Macron was at the security conference in Munich, and he said, I'm struck by how we have lost the trust of the global south. Well, the global south of that 6.5 billion people want to see a Europe that is vocal, that is strong, and not a back vocal or a second fiddle player in this global arm wrestling between big powers. Because in reality, Europe is a middle power, not a big power. In between, do subscribe and see you soon.